Thinking about raising chickens? Before you start, let me save you time, money, and frustration. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 biggest mistakes new chicken farmers make, and exactly how to avoid them. Mistake number 3 could cost you eggs every single day. Welcome to Green Profit Cultivate, where we help you raise healthier chickens, get more eggs, and turn waste into profit. Subscribe if you're ready to grow more, waste less, and live sustainably. Mistake number 1 is one I see all the time. A poorly designed chicken coop. New chicken keepers often rush into getting birds without really thinking about their housing, and this leads to problems fast. Most beginners either build or buy a coop that's way too small. At first it looks fine, a cute little house with space for a few hens. But the reality is, when your chickens don't have enough room, things can go downhill quickly. Overcrowding causes stress, feather pecking, and even illness. And stressed hens, they don't lay eggs. Another issue is ventilation. A coop with poor airflow traps moisture and ammonia from droppings. That makes the air damp, smelly, and unhealthy. Chickens are tough animals, but they're very sensitive to respiratory problems, and bad ventilation is like asking for trouble. And don't forget predators. Foxes, raccoons, neighborhood dogs, they're smarter and stronger than you think. A coop, without proper latches, wire mesh, or secure flooring, is basically an open invitation for them. Many beginners sadly lose birds because they underestimated how determined predators can be. So how do you get it right? Always plan for at least 3 to 4 square feet per bird inside the coop, plus about 10 square feet per bird in the run or outdoor space. This gives your hens enough room to eat, sleep, and lay eggs without stress. Make sure the coop has solid ventilation. Small vents or windows covered in hardware cloth work perfectly. And invest in predator proofing from day one. Strong latches, hardware cloth instead of chicken wire, and a sturdy floor or buried fencing will save you a lot of heartache. If you're just starting out, don't worry, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are beginner-friendly coop starter kits that already meet the right standards for space, airflow, and predator protection. I've linked my recommended coop kits and bedding options in the description if you'd like a head start. Mistake number 2 is another big one: feeding your chickens the wrong diet. A lot of beginners think chickens can just live on kitchen scraps or cracked corn, and while they'll survive, they won't thrive. Poor nutrition is one of the fastest ways to end up with unhealthy birds and fewer eggs. Chickens need a balanced feed with the right amounts of protein, calcium, and other nutrients depending on their age and purpose. If you're raising layers, they need about 16 to 18% protein to keep up egg production. Without it, hens may stop laying, or their eggs may be weak and small. Calcium is another huge factor. Ever seen a soft-shelled or thin-shelled egg? That's usually a direct result of not getting enough calcium. Beginner farmers sometimes panic, thinking their hens are sick, but in most cases it's simply a diet issue. A free choice dish of oyster shell or crushed limestone will fix that right away. And grit is just as important. Chickens don't have teeth, so grit helps them grind food properly in their gizzard. Without it, digestion suffers and birds don't absorb nutrients the way they should. Another mistake I've seen is overdoing treats. Yes, chickens love kitchen scraps and snacks like scratch grain or cracked corn, but those should never make up more than 10% of their diet. Too many treats dilute their nutrition, leading to weight gain, poor laying, and long-term health problems. The solution? Invest in a quality commercial feed that's formulated for the type of chickens you have. Starter feed for chicks, grower feed for pullets, and layer feed for hens. Then supplement with grit and calcium, and keep treats as an occasional bonus. If you're just starting out, I recommend keeping it simple. Stick to a good layer feed, and provide oyster shell and grit on the side. I've added links in the description to reliable feed brands and supplements I've personally tested, so you don't have to guess. Mistake number 3 is one that sounds small but can turn into a big problem fast: not collecting your eggs regularly. A lot of new chicken keepers think they can just leave eggs in the nesting boxes for a few days and grab them whenever it's convenient. But here's the truth. Leaving eggs in the nest is a recipe for issues. First, it encourages egg breakage. When too many eggs pile up in a box, hens shuffle around and can accidentally crack them. And once a hen tastes a broken egg, you may have just created an egg eater, and that's a very hard habit to break. Second, it attracts pests. Rats, snakes, and even flies are all drawn to eggs left sitting for too long. Once they discover that easy food source, they'll keep coming back. Trust me, you don't want to open your coop and find an uninvited guest helping themselves. Third, leaving eggs in the box can confuse your hens. Some chickens will go broody. meaning they stop laying and want to sit on those eggs to hatch them. If you're not planning on hatching chicks, that broody behavior can throw off your entire egg production. So what's the fix? Keep it simple. Make egg collection a daily habit. Check the boxes at least once a day, and if you have a large flock, consider doing it twice. Provide enough nesting space too. A good rule of thumb is 1 nest box for every 3 to 4 hens. That way, the boxes don't get overcrowded, and eggs stay cleaner and safer. And here's a pro tip. Use good nesting material like straw, pine shavings, or nesting pads. It cushions the eggs, reduces breakage, and keeps your hens more comfortable. If you don't have nest boxes yet or need to upgrade, I've linked some beginner-friendly options in the description, along with bedding materials I recommend. A small investment in the right setup now can save you a lot of cracked eggs and headaches later. Mistake number 4 is ignoring the little health warning signs your chickens give you. Chickens can't tell us when something's wrong, so as keepers, it's up to us to pay attention. Sadly, a lot of beginners overlook the early clues until it becomes a serious problem. One of the first signs many people miss is changes in behavior. A healthy chicken is active, scratching, foraging, and social with the flock. If you see one isolating itself in a corner, moving slowly, or looking droopy, that's your first red flag. Another big one is the appearance of the comb and wattles. These should be bright red on a healthy hen. If they look pale, shriveled, or even bluish, that can point to nutritional deficiencies, parasites, or respiratory issues. Eggs can also reveal a lot. If your hens suddenly start laying soft-shelled or misshapen eggs, it often signals calcium deficiency or stress. Beginners sometimes panic, thinking their hens are broken, but usually it's an easy fix with better feed and supplements. Molting is another stage that throws off beginners. When chickens shed old feathers and grow new ones, they can look rough, stop laying eggs, and even act grumpy. That's completely normal, but if you don't recognize it, you might mistake it for illness. The solution is simple. Get into the habit of observing your flock every day. It doesn't take long. Just a few minutes while you're feeding or collecting eggs. Watch how they move, check their feathers and combs, and notice anything unusual. Early detection is key to preventing bigger issues. And here's a tip. Keep some basic supplies on hand, like electrolytes, probiotics, or natural remedies for minor problems. That way, you're ready to act quickly if you spot something off. If you're not sure what products to start with, I've added links in the description to some beginner-friendly supplements and natural treatments I recommend. Keeping your flock healthy isn't complicated. It's just about paying attention and acting early. Mistake number 5 is underestimating the time and costs involved in keeping chickens. This is one of the biggest surprises for beginners. And honestly, it's where a lot of people give up too soon. At first, chickens seem like the perfect low-maintenance animal. You picture tossing them some scraps, collecting eggs, and that's it. But the reality is, raising chickens takes daily attention. They need fresh food and water every single day, their coop has to be cleaned regularly, and they need protection morning and night from predators. Then there's the financial side. The upfront investment for a proper coop, feeders, and bedding can add up quickly. Feed costs alone can be higher than you expect, especially if you want your hens laying consistently. Add in bedding, supplements, and the occasional vet bill, and it's clear chickens aren't completely free eggs machines. Now don't get me wrong, the rewards are absolutely worth it. There's nothing better than fresh home-raised eggs and knowing your flock is healthy. But you have to go in with realistic expectations. So here's my advice. Start small. Begin with 3 to 5 hens, learn their routine, and get comfortable with the daily chores before expanding. Use a checklist to budget for essentials like feed, bedding, grit, and supplements, so nothing catches you off guard. To make this easier, I've put together a free backyard chicken starter checklist you can download. It covers everything you'll need to start your flock the right way, without unexpected surprises. You'll find the link down in the description. And there you have it. The 5 biggest mistakes most new chicken farmers make. If you avoid these, you'll save yourself a lot of stress, keep your flock healthier, and enjoy plenty of fresh eggs. So which of these mistakes surprised you the most? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who's thinking about raising chickens. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next video in the Chicken Farming for Beginners series. Finally, if you're ready to start your flock the right way, grab my free backyard chicken starter checklist. The link is in the description. And while you're there, check out my recommended coop kits, feed, and supplements. I've listed the exact ones I trust to keep my hens happy and productive. Thanks for watching Green Profit Cultivate, where we grow more, waste less, and live green. I'll see you in the next video.